Hello lovely booktubers, thank you so much for taking the time to check out today's video. I really appreciate it. This is Books in My Heart and I'm Angela. Last week I gave you a tour of two of my bookcases that are in my bedroom, so today we are just continuing the theme. I will also post the link for that video down below so you can go check that out in case you're interested. Today I'm going to be continuing my library tour with these three bookcases behind me. I love my bookcases. I really do love all of my books. You will definitely see a lot more of my academic books in this tour, so if you are someone who is interested in communications and you are very humanities driven, you might like that. If any title in particular jumps out at you, make sure you let me know because unlike my other two bookcases, I have read all of these texts. So if you would like a book review on any of them, please be sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Also at the end of the video, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below in the corner. Without any further ado, I will show you all my books. On the top shelf we have some of my recent reads, as well as several editions for my collection of Alice in Wonderland. My True Love Gave to Me, edited by Stephanie Perkins. The Best Possible Answer by E. Catherine Codd-Aris. The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. Beware That Girl by Teresa Totten. The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. The Annotated Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, with notes by Martin Garner and illustrations by John Tenniel. A 150th anniversary edition of Alice in Wonderland with illustrations by Salvador Dali. An edition of Alice in Wonderland sent by Owl Crate. And a Barnes & Noble Classic edition of Alice in Wonderland. You can see my little fairy twinkle lights, which I think brighten up the room both literally and figuratively. On the top shelf you can see some of my framed prints from quotes of Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. I particularly enjoyed the quote, "It's always tea time" by the Mad Hatter. I bought these prints on Amazon and they came unframed, so I actually had to buy frames specifically just for these prints, but I think it was worth it. And as I'm filming, my dog is sitting right by the bookcase because he knows this is where I am. Hi! Because I spoke to him, he's probably going to stay right by the tripod now, instead of at the base of the bookshelf. The top bookshelf is something a little bit more fun because I tend to be eye level with it, so I want to see books that I enjoy more than anything else. I have two editions of Vast in the Night by Sarah Porter. This is a notebook from Kate Spade that I purchased on Amazon, I believe over a year ago. I keep a lot of academic quotes listed in here with page numbers and references, so this comes in handy during finals and midterm season quite a bit. The Beautiful and the Damned by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. Emma by Jane Austen. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. A Dover Thrift edition of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zusak, which apparently got moved because it belongs over here with The Book Thief. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. East of Eden by John Steinbeck. The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. The Grimm's Fairy Tale, a Barnes & Noble Classic Edition. A second edition of the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. Process, The Writing Lives of Great Authors by Sarah Stadola. The Burglary, The Discovery of J. Edgar Hoover's Secret FBI. My 2017 planner from Uppercase. My next bookshelf is very academic in nature. The Protestant Ethic and Spirit of Capitalism by Max Weber. Film Studies by Ed Sickoff. A Short History of Film by Whelan Winston Dixon and Gwendolyn Aubrey Foster. Representation, Cultural Representation and Signifying Practices by Stuart Hall. The Handbook of Digital Politics by Stephen Coleman and Dean Freelon. Normativity by Judith Jarvis Thompson. Communication Power by Miniel Castells. TV News Anchors and Journalistic Tradition. How Journalists Adapt to Technology by Kimberly Meltzer. Kimberly Meltzer was my master's advisor. I adore her. I think all of her pieces are right on point and really do shine a light on important matters going on in journalism today. Tweeting to Power by Jason Gaines and Kevin M. Wagner. From Cronkite to Colbert by Jeffrey Bain. Media Society World, Social Theory and Digital Media Practice by Nick Coldry. Protocol Politics, The Globalization of Internet Governance by Laura Denardis. Theory of Adaptation by Linda Hutchion. Two editions of The Myth of Digital Democracy by Matthew Heinemann. Digital Disconnect, How Capitalism is Turning the Internet Against Democracy. Literature into Film, Theory and Practical Approaches by Linda Castano-Cahir. The Rise of the Network Society by Manuel Castells. A New Engagement, Political Participation, Civic Life, and the Changing American Citizen. How Real is Reality TV, edited by David S. Escovry. The Discovery of Grounded Theory, Strategies for Qualitative Research by Barney G. Glazer and Anselm L. Strauss. This book is super helpful for research. Entertaining Politics by Jeffrey P. Jones. Changing Minds Are Changing Channels, Partisan News in an Age of Choice by Kevin Arciene and Martin Johnson. Satire and Dissent by Amber Day. Setting the Agenda by Maxwell McCombs, The Power Elite by C. Wright Mills, Satire TV, Politics and Comedy in the Post-Network Era, edited by Jonathan Gray, Jeffrey P. Jones, and Ethan Thompson. Hearing the Other Side by Deanna C. Mines. The Daily Show and Rhetoric, Arguments, Issues, and Strategies, edited by Trisha Goodnow. Niche News, The Politics of News Choice by Natalie Jomani Stroud. Coming to Public Judgment, Making Democracy Work in a Complex World by Daniel Yankelovich. And Rich Media, Poor Democracy by Robert W. McChesney. For those of you still watching, you get to see a cute little dog. Next up we have my third bookshelf, and if you just watched my entire academic bookshelf, you deserve a gold star. A Treatise of Human Nature by David Hume, Philosophical Inquiry edited by Jonathan E. Adler and Catherine Z. Elgin, Film Adaptation and Its Disconnects from Gone with the Wind to The Passion of the Christ, A Dialogue on Personal Identity and Immorality by John Perry, The Basic Writings of John Stuart Mill on Liberty, the Subjection of Women, and Utilitarianism, Two Treatises of Government by John Locke, Meditations and Other Metaphysical Writings by René Descartes, The Book History Reader edited by David Finkelstein and Alastair McCleary, A Critical Life by Walter Benjamin, The Work of Art in the Age of Its Technological Reproductivity and Other Writings on Media by Walter Benjamin, Illuminations by Walter Benjamin, a journal I received in a former uppercase delivery where I keep a lot of my notes on Walter Benjamin because I'm currently doing a project on his life. For the Right Reasons by Sean Lowe with Nancy French. I Said Yes by Emily Maynard Johnson and A.J. Gregory. It's Not Okay by Andy Dorfman. I Didn't Come Here to Make Friends, Confessions of a Reality Show Villain by Courtney Robertson with Deb Bayer. I also have a small binder where I keep several of my former speeches that I gave at academic conferences. And these are the bottom shelves for this particular bookcase. I tend to keep these ones for storage. At the moment, this space is bare because I have several books in my backpack that I've been using for research projects. At the moment, I am subscribed to Ipsy, BoxyCharm, and Sephora Play, and whenever I do not use an item on a regular basis, I tend to keep it off to the side in this Sephora makeup kit box. That Owl Crate box has staples and scotch tape. The Hoot Loop box behind it has extra flashcards, and this box down here I bought from Michael's, I believe, a couple years ago, and this has post-it notes. We have Third Wave Feminism in Television, Jane Puts It in a Box, edited by Marie Lisa Johnson, Reality Bites Back, The Troubling Truth About Guilty Pleasure TV by Jennifer L. Posner, and Words to the Rescue by Steve Fatty. And I'm a big Audrey Hepburn fan, so you can see a couple of her prints in the back. As a reward, here is my cute little doggy to say hello. We have more twinkly lights. Similar to the other bookcase, I keep the last two shelves of this one also just for storage. With the exception of some Sarah J. Maas. We have Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Queen of Shadows, Heir of Fire, and Empire of Storms, all by Sarah J. Maas. And to drive me slightly bonkers, this is the only hard copy edition, all the others are paperbacks. Am I the only one who's noticed that these books consistently get thicker and thicker? What are you doing to my heart and soul, Sarah? Moving on up, The Enemy Within, A History of Spies, Spy Masters, and Espionage by Terry Crowdy. Sir Francis Walsingham and the Rise of Espionage in Elizabethan England by John Cooper. Intelligence and War, The Value and Limitations of What the Military Can Learn About the Enemy by John Keegan. Her Majesty's Spy Minister by Stephen Budinsky. War in European History by Michael Howard. The Zimmerman Telegraph by Barbara W. Tuchman. There is a prominent trend in the next set of books. The Contender by Irwin F. Gelman. The Memoirs of Richard Nixon by Richard Milhouse Nixon. Nixon's Secrets. The Rise, Fall, and Untold Truth About the President, Watergate, and the Pardon by Roger Stone with Mike Colapierto. The Greatest Comeback by Patrick J. Buchanan. The Rise of an American Politician by Roger Morris. The Nixon Effect by Douglas E. Schoon. All the President's Men by Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward. Nixonland, The Rise of a President and the Fracturing of America by Rick Brillstein. Since you probably don't care about statistics and how to use SPSS, I will save you the trouble of showing you all of my books on this one. Lizzie Didn't Do It by William Masterton. George Washington's Secret Six, The Spy Ring That Saved the American Revolution by Brian Kilmeade and Don Yeager. Too Close to Call by Jeffrey Tobin. My Lumiere Pop Figurine. And my master's thesis as a book. Do political film adaptations affect voter knowledge? By yours truly. See, the 4 letters of my last name are right there. And if we open this little guy up, you can see my name on the inside, as well as my theories. Copyright 2016 by Angela Maria Hart. All rights reserved. All my research. There it is. It's right over here on my bookshelf. And then I have a couple paperback editions as well. Life is always good when there's coffee. America again, re-becoming the greatness we never weren't. Stephen Colbert. I am America and so can you by Stephen Colbert. America, the Teacher's Edition, The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Media and Political Engagement by Peter Dahlgren. Getting It Wrong, 10 of the Greatest Misrepresented Stories in American Journalism by W. Joseph Campbell. Yellow Journalism, Puncturing the Myths, Defining the Legacies by W. Joseph Campbell. Investigating Charmed, The Magic Power of TV, edited by Corrine Beeler and Stan Beeler. The Good Citizen by Michael Shudson. Media Literacy and the Emerging Citizen by Paul Mihaljevic. Now a Major Motion Picture, Film Adaptations of Literature and Drama by Christine Garrity. The Speechwriter, A Brief Education in Politics by Barton Schwam. Campaigns and Elections, American Style. Essentials of Screenwriting by Richard Walter. Screenplay, The Foundations of Screenwriting, a step-by-step guide from concept to the finished script by Sid Field. The Art of Adaptation, Turning Fact and Fiction into Film by Linda Seeger. The Complete Handbook of Novel Writing. Screenwriting in the Land of Oz by Richard Krevelin. Story Sense, Writing Story and Script for Feature Films and Television by Paul Lucy. Adventures in the Screen Trade by William Goldman. And finally, A Novel Approach to Politics by Douglas A. Van Bell. My last bookshelf is all research that I found myself for classes, papers, and other projects that I've been working on. As you can see, I'm a big fan of label makers. Thank you so much for watching. If you are listening to me talk right now, you made it to the end of my official library tour. And I sincerely appreciate you. Be sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button for future videos. Thank you again, and as always, have a great reading day.